Top 5 things every buyer should know before buying properties in Ibeju Lekki in 2023. Are you looking forward to buying properties in Ibeju Lekki and you're wondering, what do I need to know? Where do I get started? Is it even profitable for me to buy properties? Is it a right location? Is it not a good location? This video, we're going to be talking about everything you should know before buying properties in this location. My name is Salome Basi and I'm a realtor here in the city of Lagos. So if you're buying property, if you're looking to invest in real estate and you need someone to talk to about how to go about all of those things, please feel free to call me, text me via the link on the description, and my agency and I would be happy and willing to help you take the very best opportunities around the real estate sector in Lagos. About the top 5 things you ought to know before buying properties around this location. Number 1 is understanding why you're buying this property. Every location serves a particular unique set of audience. If you're looking to buy property for a short term, honestly, buying properties in Ibeju Lekki might not serve you so much. But if you're looking to invest for the long term and open to whatever comes in after that long term, then congratulations, Ibeju Lekki is one of the best places to own properties in 2023. Another top thing you should keep in priority, which is number 2, okay? Another top thing you need to keep in priority if you've decided that, okay, I want to invest on the long term and yeah, Ibeju Lekki is suitable for long-term investment. Number 2 thing you need to keep in priority is the real estate company you're partnering with. Property, there is a friend of mine, a colleague once said, buying a property is like undergoing a marriage contract with a person because the relationship is codependent. The success of that marriage is codependent on the relationship between both families. The same thing comes back to real estate. When you're buying a property, you're not just buying from, it's not like you're buying a pencil where once you buy, you go home, whatever happens, when it stops working, you buy from someone else. When it comes to real estate, every sector, every party has to work coherently for the investment to be a worthwhile one. For instance, if you're buying a property from a company without so much broad vision, believe me, they're not going to develop their estate. And when they're not developing their estate, it falls back on you because all of these things affect the value of the property on the long run. And if an estate is not developed, it affects the value, and the value is not appreciating. It affects your money because your money becomes stuck. A lot of companies have sprung up along this location. Some, trying to do better, but not really understanding how to go about real estate. So a lot of them end up having tons and tons of estate without really developing any, and this affects you on the long run because when those properties are not well developed, your money is tied down and you don't really want to tie down your resources. I mean, when it comes to investment, liquidity, did I say liquidity? Cash flow is very essential. So number 3 thing you need to look out for is location. Location is very critical when it comes to investment and real estate generally, as a matter of fact. As you already know, when a location is fertile, your investment is fertile because if you look at it, what we're really investing into is not really the land. You're actually reinvesting on the location because, I mean, what is land? If it's not, the land is inside the location. So location is what you're really buying into. So Ibeju Lekki is a very broad neighborhood. It's a very broad community. Some locations has higher advantage than others. And if you carry out a research and you realize that properties around the seaport neighborhood has higher return on investment than properties on the airport access. But this is not to bring down properties around the airport access. This is just data you have to keep in mind. So when you're buying properties around the seaport access, you have to, when you're deciding on what property you're looking to buy, you have to put all of these metrics into consideration. And properties with a more accessible location, in a more accessible location, is definitely bound to generate more return on investment in the long run than properties in some obscure location. So it is very important to keep all of these metrics in mind. I mean, currently Amen City is selling and is directly off the express road in Ileko and about 2 minutes drive distance to the seaport and the Dangote refinery, which is very beautiful for a commercial development. So these are number three. This is the number three thing you need to keep in mind. So number four in this category is credit. Number four thing you need to keep in mind is the credibility of the company you're partnering. Number four thing you need to keep in mind is credibility. Lots of people have bought into properties. Lots of people have bought into properties around this location only to realize that properties they bought like 5 to 6 years earlier, they've still not been able to get allocation for their properties. So it's not enough for a property to be on YouTube, having so much social credibility, and it's not enough for you to see properties just flying around for you to go take advantage. Or it doesn't matter how popular a company is, you have to undertake a due diligence to be sure that the property you're buying into is actually credible. It is easy to, say one thing and the property represents something else. A lot of people have done all of these things and end up buying properties that were not credible. So if you're buying property around this location, please, for Christ's sake, always and always at all times, try to conduct due diligence before paying for that property. Number five and last in this category is value. One critical thing you need to understand when it comes to real estate is a subject of value. You can never separate real estate from the subject of value. Value is very, very critical. Whatever property you're buying, it's not just the fact that a property is cheap. No. You're buying into value because all of these things on the long run, it tells. So when you're buying properties, you need to look at value. What is a plan of the real estate company? Talk about projects like Macarius. I mean, I love this company. I love what they're doing. The vision is clear. The vision is wide. They're just bringing something out of the blue. It's beautiful. So properties like that, you are very, very confident that 5-10 years to come, this property is going to be an epic around this neighborhood. So places like properties from Amen, you're sure that these people are going to bring in value into the property. So properties like properties from companies like Zelos, these people, you're confident that they know what they're doing, Veritasi, and so much more. So it is important to consider the subject of value. What am I buying? Are you just buying, exchanging money for another? Are you just buying properties because it's cheap? Or is there a value accommodating this place, this location, or this property that is sure to generate you that same value when you're ready to buy or resell or rent that property? So these things are very, very critical and essential when you're buying properties around this axis. So my name is Salome Bassi, your favorite realtor. Even if you've not told me that, I know already. So join the community. We're a community of real estate enthusiasts, and we're the best real estate agency in Lagos, Nigeria. If you're buying properties and you're not talking to us, you are missing out. Please call me, text me via the link on the description, and we will help you secure your next property in Lagos. And don't forget, subscribe to the channel. See you on the next one.